What is going on, guys? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. This is Dave, and I'm Dave. They're going to get confused now.
I guess, yeah.
But
sure.
neither of us are wearing pants.
That's kind of a weird setup.
This is Dave Tigner from Tigner Adventures on YouTube. That's your YouTube name, right? So I'm not getting that wrong.
No,
yeah,
Tigner Adventures.
Yeah, glad to have you here.
And I got to scoot up here. Look, this chair is like a.
It is kind of
consuming me.
Yeah,
like I could sleep on this.
We're using the resort chairs at the courtyard patio.
Yeah,
and they're kind of, you sink into them, don't you?
They're like I normally am 6 inches taller. But...
What is going on, guys? I have Dave here tonight with me, and we're just going to hang out and talk a little bit, see what you're up to. And we were talking a little bit behind the scenes here, and you've got cabinet you've got a ton of projects going on.
Got way too much going on. I'm supposed to be retired.
Right.
I mean, it's bad enough that I'm doing YouTube.
Right.
Now, well, you know, the thing is that we picked up this new coach a year ago now.
Yeah.
And so we have been, for a year, we've been doing everything we can to it to get it to the same level as our old coach. So you know how you keep doing upgrades on your
all
coach,
the time.
All the time. If you look back when you first bought it, there was things you didn't like, and so you upgraded them. You just didn't upgrade them all in the same month.
No. It is an ongoing process, and just about the time that you get done with one thing, you're started on the next.
I have such a list.
The list never ends.
Yeah.
The list never ends.
So anyway, right now I'm just trying to get through major things, and I'm really working on things for Ninette. So
okay.
He was mentioning, what I'm building a credenza, a little couch side thing on a couch so you can put a drink on it, just little things that makes life easier.
Oh, now you're going way too far.
Yeah, food pantry. So those are new things that didn't come with the coach.
And you're building your own cabinetry.
Yes.
I mean, now, do you have experience in building cabinetry?
Well, we built our own house.
Okay.
And it was we had 2 full kitchens and 5 bathrooms, and I built all the cabinets. But I had done a little bit of wood shop in high school.
Right.
You probably did too. Or
right.
It's kind of required, right? So that's really all I knew going into it. I just bought all the equipment, and they wanted like $20,000-$30,000 to do the cabinets for my house, and I bought all the equipment for a couple $1,000s.
Right, everything you needed, and and I find that with projects even now. If there's a project that breaks, I just got done doing the brakes not too long ago. I needed an impact gun. I needed a number of things to make that happen. Now I have the impact gun. I have the tools that I need, and I bought the impact gun. I even got the torque converter thing that you suggested on your video. So I got all that stuff, and I just replaced the shocks and struts on my car. Okay,
it was so nice, and they just come off.
Yep.
Life was great. Makes life easy. So
but
I tell you, I on our coach, I did take it to a diesel mechanic guy, and his impact wrench made mine look.
Oh, really?
Little.
Well, yeah.
Because he was taking off the yoke off of my differential.
Okay.
Which the nut is like this big around.
Right.
So, I mean, he go out of this humongous socket, put it on there, and it still took him. I mean, he was at it for quite a bit, but he did have to wait for the air pressure to keep building up. He kept using all the air out of the tank, but it finally came loose and then just slid right off. But anyway, but it was nice to have those tools. You buy them one time, and then you've got them forever.
That's it. And I do know there are limitations to what I'm going to do. Can I bust my own tires? I probably could. Do I want to? No. I'm just going to go and buy tires and have them put on. And
the reason I went with that is kind of your suggestion, especially if you're going to Alaska, right? You break down somewhere. I have a tow. Right?
Yeah.
So I could take that tire off, especially if I'm boondocking out in the dirt somewhere and I have a flat. It's pretty expensive to have them come out there and actually fix it, right? So I can now take those tires off.
Yep.
Probably take Ninette and me both to try to get it into the car. I have to do some mechanical advantage just to lift it into the car because they're so big.
Right.
But I could take it into the tire shop, get them to fix it, take it back, put it on, and tighten them up, whatever, and then drive the rig there and get them to torque it.
And as far as
450 pounds,
yeah, that's that's a $350 service call right there. Right. I mean, so it only makes sense. And I didn't even know that tool existed.
That was a great suggestion.
Oh my gosh!
I hope that I didn't. I mean, I watched Bob and Pearl and all those guys, and
right.
Don go to Alaska.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that one of those
they
guys
did.
bought one. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I watched so many videos. I couldn't remember if they had said that they bought that. But, But I bought it, and I hope I never have to use it. But if I do.
Yeah. Now, have you used it?
I'll remember. This is Dave. Dave said, "No, I haven't used it.
You haven't actually used it. No, you might want to try it.
I'm kind of scared to take the tires off. Actually,
well, don't take it. Just know that you can break that nut loose, and I mean that will tell you and mark it so you can just retighten it back to where it is. But really easy. I mean, some of the YouTube videos out on that. There was a little 6-year-old kid that was.
Well, you made it look like it was simple.
It really was. I mean, literally with my fingers going around, and I broke my 1/2-inch breaker bar trying to get those nuts broke loose before. And there's 10 per wheel.
Right.
And I thought, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. And
I was surprised that you got your front ones off with just your impact gun.
Yep, the front ones came off. The rear ones
were different because they're all torqued at the same.
They should, they should. But I think they give it a little extra oomph on the rear duals. I think they just give it a little extra oomph. So,
well, it's a good suggestion anyway. But that's just one of many things that you have to deal with when you're an RV person.
You know what? I hope that someday you look at that and curse it and say, I spent $60 on that, and you never used it. I hope that you never.
We're hoping to go to Alaska at some point.
Okay.
So I mean, it has brand new tires on it right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, I mean, but I was going down the road, just going from Las Vegas to Kingman, and this big diesel guy went by. He had just a trailer and it was full, and he blew both of his back duals. I mean, the duals. He blew both tires. He has 4 in the back, but 2 of them, they were just shredded and just all came off the rims. Right. And he pulled over, black smoke everywhere, and it's like, wow. I wonder why his tires blew, and I hope I don't have that problem ever. I can't imagine losing both tires at one time. So,
it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, but when you're on the road, things happen, and it's best to have people look at my car. Yeah, they say, "Wow, you got a lot of stuff in there." It's like, yeah, my whole shop is in there. Yeah, but I can pretty much do anything anywhere. Right. And that's the key.
You haven't dedicated a bay on the coach for.
I have all my tools and everything in my car because if my car breaks down, I got all my tools. If the rig breaks down, my car's with me. Yeah. So that's kind of my logic.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And then that way I could pile a whole bunch more stuff in the rig.
I like it. Well, Dave, thanks for being here tonight. Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody here real quick. Yeah, let's see. I have to go back up here. Oh, there we go. Expired up Cracker Box Malice. That's Mr. Bill right there saying hi to everybody. Jenny loves real estate. There's Miss Jen. RV Living Life. Gary and Carol are here. Tom and Lori RV Life. Glad to have you guys here. Yabba dabba doo, Tom says. Market Share is in the house. Now, Market Share he keeps changing his name. He goes, Forrest, you keep changing your name. What?
Ever since the very first live I ever was on with you guys, remember that? We were out in Overton, Nevada. Yeah. During COVID. Yep. Right? And we did this live. I was just amazed at how many names you guys remember all the time.
Well, I try to remember.
I can't remember half of these. That's my concern.
Yeah. I'm not that good at it. Believe it or not, I think I met you like 5 times before I remembered your name was Dave. I
Oh,
mean,
come on.
what is that?
What is his name?
Right.
Oh yeah, it's my name.
Glad to have you here. I think I said hi to Miss Carol too, RV Living Life. It is, if you're curious, it is the end of the month, my favorite time of the month. But lately I've been doing open mic nights. Anybody that wants to come on, I've just put the I put the link right here in the comment section. Click the link and that'll take you to the green room and come on and say hi. There it is right there. So I knew this was going to come up. So Tom Laura says, Dave, did you do solar turkey this year?
Now, which Dave is he talking to?
I think he's talking to me because
I have never done that.
I have done that. I've pretty much the last two years I've plateaued. There haven't been any changes. And last year I changed up how I did it and pretty much had no problem at all doing turkey, a full Thanksgiving meal on solar.
Oh, that's right. I remember you doing a video about that.
Yeah. And it was kind of anticlimactic. It's okay, I finally added on enough solar. I finally added on the batteries, and and things have gotten upgraded through the years, little by little.
Yeah.
To where not really. And now I just kind of feel like, okay, there's no. So
well, at some point you should get to the point where you can kind of sit back and enjoy, right? It's not such a struggle all the time.
Yeah, and I think that was it this year. So I do have Miss Bonnie with me.
Yep. See, and you get to enjoy time with her,
and there she is right there saying hi to everybody. So I did not do it all on solar, Tom. This year I just decided I'm gonna take the easy route. I'm plugged in. I'm here at Voyager Tucson.
This is like a gourmet resort.
It is nice, isn't it?
It is like really. I mean, we always do videos about Sundance RV Resort in Yuma.
Right.
It's like a gourmet resort, and I always say, they say resort in their name, they're really a resort. Some of the other places around there, a lot of places say resort, and all they do is they have a swimming pool.
They use the term resort loosely.
Really loosely. These guys, I mean, man, from the time you're at the front gate, they're escorting you everywhere. They're taking you to your site. You need something, they run and get it for you and bring it back. I mean, they're just really go overboard.
Well, I've got a video actually that shows a little bit of that. I'm going to go ahead and show that real quick. And you can kind of see for yourself during the day. During the night, it's
pretty quiet.
It turns into a ghost town at night.
Maybe the hot tub, you can hear some noise from.
I have not been to the hot.
Big hot tub. It's like a 16-foot circle.
I have seen it.
Okay.
But
did you video it?
I did. Here,
okay, good.
Here, let's go ahead and we'll throw it on there. What is going on, guys? All right, got Miss Bonnie. She's been here a few days, but you haven't been feeling very well.
No, I flew with somebody that was sick, apparently.
Yeah. But we are at Voyager in Tucson, Arizona. It's an Encore park and part of the Trails collection that I'm here on. And this is my second time being to Voyager, but the first time I was here, I really didn't see much of it because at that time they charged $20 a night to stay here. And I think it was just a weekend thing. Stop in, and may have even been just an overnight. So I really didn't get to see Voyager. But I figured Bonnie's feeling well enough to go for a walk. We're gonna go and check out. I haven't even seen the pool, hot tub, but this place does have a few cool things that we'll walk over and I'll show you on camera. So hang on. Show a little bit of the park. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. And they do have lots of cactus around, which is kind of cool.
Cactus and palm trees.
Yeah.
Must be in the desert.
Yeah. Now right over there is the first time I've ever seen it at any of the Thousand Trails or Encores. That is actually a hotel with hotel rooms. Not exactly sure what the price is to stay there, but quite interesting. And it is actually listed on Google Maps as a hotel. So another thing that I've never seen with a park is air service, and down here I believe is a vacuum, and I believe there's a hose here. They just don't have a place where you can wash the coach, but I guess you can wash your coach in the spaces. They don't mind here, but I've never seen one with a vacuum before. I don't know, I haven't even looked if it's pay. Oh, 75 cents. Yeah. Oh, currently out of service though.
You're not gonna vacuum today.
Probably no vacuuming today. And if you have a dog, you could vacuum your dog.
Sure. Could wash your dog too, and air dry it.
Exactly. So they have a lot of different activities, including lapidary, wood shop, glass shop, computer resource center, meeting rooms. Pretty cool. And I believe down here is
Beauty salon.
a beauty salon.
Hair and nails.
Yeah. And there's get your hairs cut. No nails though. I don't see nails. Does it say? Oh, it does say hair and nails. So ladies can get their nails done. I suppose guys can get their nails done.
Actually, I know guys that do get their
That's
toes
kind of
done.
gross.
No, they go get
That's-
their toes trimmed.
Don't get your nails done.
They don't get them painted.
They don't.
No.
All right. The other thing that they have here is a bar and a restaurant. Don't see this very often. They do have a market as well. So we'll take a look inside real quick.
Yes.
Now the bar is back here. If you, like Monday, we were looking for a place to go watch the game. So check this out. Oh wait, absolutely.
All the games.
It looks like we could have watched all the games all the way around. Quite the sports bar. Probably the nicest bar that I've seen at any of the Thousand Trails. And it is a public bar and restaurant. You don't have to be a Thousand Trails member to come here and hang out. You can actually get in just to go to the restaurant and bar. Taco Tuesday. If we can remember, I had a couple things. It is the day before Thanksgiving, and there were a couple things that are still needed. Yeah, I've got my wallet. Now the thing is can we remember what it was that was on the list? Brown sugar. Let's see. It's not the biggest store, but they have a few essentials. Maybe brown sugar. Oh, they definitely have the beer. soda. I'm not seeing the brown sugar.
I get 20.
Little outdoor seating area for the bar, restaurant. If you wanted to sit outside. Again, pretty nice. Tennis courts, pickleball courts, shuffleboard. Pretty outfitted here. Just about everything you could want. Now, while we were in the store, Bonnie asked me if I had my wallet on me, and I thought that I had. I didn't actually have it. I thought about it before we left.
I heard you say something about it, yeah.
But no, not quite.
Looks like they're pretty serious about their pickleball.
Oh, pickleball is a thing with the 1,000 Trails and Encore. I'm sure at all the resorts. This is a 55 and over, so you do have to be over 55. You don't qualify, but I qualify.
I'm 56.
Are you? Okay, now you qualify.
Yeah.
All right.
I did last year too, but you know.
Did you? You weren't telling anybody. Okay, here we go.
Nice. Indoor, outdoor.
Usually we have more people, but everybody's gone for Thanksgiving.
Gym? That is not a bad looking gym. And they have the party hot tub, I assume is the one over here.
Maybe.
Well, it's the biggest one.
Oh yeah.
And if you,
Oh,
cabana over there. And if you pretend, that could be a swim up bar. See? Well, let's go grab the truck.
okay.
Because they do have a golf course we can drive by. We still need to go to the store and get a couple of things for Thanksgiving, and we can drive by the golf course and see the golf course.
Sounds good to me.
All right. We were on the way back to the truck, and we didn't quite make it. Bonnie spotted this over here, more pickleball courts, and an outdoor patio area that's probably one of the prettiest I've seen.
With barbecues.
With barbecues, lighting. Wow.
I'd have to bring your own gas.
I doubt it. I'll bet you they're already. They're plumbed into natural gas for the barbecues.
Nice.
Very nice. And you've got the hotel on this side, and then the offices and activity center, mail room, everything over on this side over here. Do a nice job on the landscaping. Got a few saguaro cactus around. You know what saguaros really like?
No,
Hugs.
go for it. I'll hold the camera.
Hugs. They.
Look at that.
Oh, I know. I don't remember the name of that one. But they only grow leaves when they're watered. You see them out in the desert and they look absolutely dead. And nicely done with the landscaping and stuff around here. A select few of the Encore parks have a golf course, little par 3 course here at Voyager. And I even have a coupon for playing a free 9 holes. No driving range, although that's about as close as you're going to come to a driving range. I used to play probably 15 years ago is the last time that I played, but I may have to come by and visit the pro shop. Maybe get in if they have some rental clubs, which it looks like they might. Those are probably rentals right there. And with that, I could be out here playing. I'm gonna have to play. It has been a long time. It has been a long time since I played a game of golf. I'll definitely have to make that happen. We'll say, to kind of wrap up this video, these are rather tight fit. Some of the spots have a side area, but some of them do not. You're literally right up next to your neighbor, including us right over here. And we have an area, they have a picnic table, but it doesn't even have enough room for you to put the picnic table out. I have not been able to put the carpet out, and technically my awning being out a little bit, you're not supposed to do that here. No gazebos, no freestanding tents, no outdoor rooms.
No, no, no.
No, no, no. You'll see in a second. Yeah, I need my wallet real quick. Yeah.
That's how much you know.
But you can see this sidewalk is just about our only side yard. So table I've had to put out here. It's a long site, a long pull-through site, but not very laid out. And this technically is another site right here. So you can see there wouldn't be enough. Thankfully, nobody has parked in here, but it would be too tight to really have anything other than a walkway between us. Yeah, that is as big of a site as we've got. Now, you say you've got a side yard on yours, a little bit of side.
Well, no, mine looks a lot like yours. But I didn't know there was another site that was on.
You didn't know that was another site?
Actually sitting over there.
Oh, yeah. No,
my picnic table's over there, and my garbage cans are over there.
Yeah.
Because each site comes with their own garbage cans.
You're right, right. And that's an actual site. So people have been... Thankfully, I haven't had anybody fill in that site next to me, but right on the other side of me, there's 3 rigs, or there were up until today. And where you saw the rig in there, there were 2 more rigs going over that way. So
well,
I was the only one that had
did
room.
Read the instructions about the screen tents not allowed and things like that.
Yeah.
But I do have my awning. I don't have it up. I just have it down like this to block the heat on the side of the rig.
Oh, on the side of the rig. Yeah. Yeah.
They
may say something. Maybe
I left that out there all day.
Nobody
not. Ever said anything, but I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
I mean, when they were saying no screen rooms and things like that, then
right. Technically, as far as you saw mine out, that is as far as I can have mine out. If somebody were to pull into that site, I don't want them hitting my awning.
Right.
Coming through. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
And Tom and Lori called it right there. That was an ocotillo. And
that is an ocotillo. So what's an ocotillo?
So there's this spiny cactus that comes up that I had in the video. Okay. I couldn't remember the name of it. So and if you're wondering how to pronounce that, right there, ocotillo. Ocotillo. I like it. And then Brian McCulloch says, we don't want to talk about cactus yet. No clam with jacuzzi. No, Gary, I don't do that. That would be against the rules at a lot of these parks. And
Maybe that's why they don't want you to have those clams. You can hide too much inside.
I guess so. I don't know. Yeah.
Besides the room.
This is actually the first park that I've seen that doesn't allow the clam tents. And that's the first time that I've seen that. Normally it's like, if you can fit it somewhere on your site, great. And this one, it was highlighted in yellow.
I know. That's what I thought was kind of strange.
Yeah.
Highlighted
No,
right
and that's where it says no awnings. So no awnings, no freestanding.
Well, shoot, I got to go back and look at my.
You're breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules. I was trying to keep. The Arizona sun is hot. It doesn't matter if it's cold out or not. The sun is hot.
I'll tell you what. You're not telling me anything. I thankfully we've had cool weather. I've got a sweatshirt on. You've got kind of a jacket on tonight, but. It still is getting a bit warm some days, although the last week has been perfect.
Yeah. Well, we've been in Yuma for, the 3 weeks, and we just got here yesterday. And I'll tell you, in Yuma, it was, at night, it's still close to 80.
Yeah.
Most of the night,
yeah. You're a good 10 degrees warmer.
Yeah. So anyway, it's different.
What if you took bikes out of the truck, put the clam in the back of the truck?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I don't think I'm going to do that, Tom. But yes, technically.
Yeah,
I suppose
the security guys are driving around all the time.
I just can't fit the hot tub in there.
They don't call them security; they call them courtesy.
Courtesy
patrol.
Yeah, courtesy patrol. That's it.
So they'll just courteously come up to you and say, "Dave,
right?
No clams.
No clams." It's the first time. Now, interestingly enough, it's also one of the first in a long time traveling the East Coast, especially. A lot of the parks there did not want you washing your vehicles, washing your coach in the space. And it says right in there that they're okay with that. So
I'm gonna have to go back and read those rules a little bit more.
You know what? I have noticed they're consistent from park to park.
Yeah, for sure.
You will see that in the more that you go to them, you almost have to read over the rules, because some things that aren't allowed in some places are allowed in others. And
I think it's probably more the manager of these parks than anything.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. I mean, I think in Arizona, one of the things we noticed even boondocking is it's difficult to get water.
Right.
Dumping is still kind of hard, but water for sure. You got to pay for water.
Right.
Where in a lot of other states, you go into and you can just run water. In Vegas, even, you can go into, we used to camp at Government Wash.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that anymore, but we can go to the RV park just down the road from there, and we'd pull up and we'd dump for free because we're part of the park pass system.
Right.
Dump for free, fill our tanks up with water, and no problem. But you get into Arizona, you got to pay for water.
Yeah. Now, thankfully, you're going to find Arizona is really the only one you have to pay for water. I mean, most all other states, I have not really run into that.
Well, another thing in Yuma, even we were there for 3 weeks, and when I went to take my hose off the faucet, it was almost welded onto the faucet already. That's how bad the water is. And so when I took it off, it had all this buildup all around it. I scraped it all off.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what it's like here in Tucson. And the water tastes, salty taste, very minerally taste in Yuma. So they have these water stations everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. They do have one just outside this little common area that's a osmosis one.
Right.
But I think that's just some people like to drink that kind of water.
Right.
So I haven't really drank this water to see how it really tastes, like done a taste test. But my wife says, well, it's still Arizona, but I think we're in the mountains kind of.
Yeah, and I'm filtered about 3-4 times before it actually hits my tap or my but really I don't drink other than my coffee.
Well, but it's still got something in it.
The coffee, I will use my filtered tap water, but the rest of if I usually have bottled water, and I'll usually drink that. That's
so you buy the bottle.
Yeah, just the bottle.
The little bottle.
Just the bottle. But I did add on something onto my coffee maker. Guys, I'm excited about this. I did make a video on this. You know, I have to thank you for another thing here, so don't let me forget that.
Oh.
But for years, I have been making my coffee, and I drink maybe 10 to 15 cups at least per day.
Wow.
I
know that
I
when
love
you got
my
rid of
coffee.
that other Keurig, you had the counter there.
No, this one has a counter too. I'm afraid to look at the counter. One of these days, maybe we'll go to the counter and we'll check the counter and see what it is up to. But the last one was like at 4,000 cups or something like that. Was scary.
Yeah.
So, but look what I added onto my Keurig. All right, I've toyed around with getting a commercial Keurig. You know how expensive those things are? They're massive, but you can plumb them into your water system. I thought if there was some way to plumb in my Keurig to the water system, well, here you go.
Like a fish tank.
Yes. And that is a win, guys. That is a win. Now I never have to worry about filling my coffee maker again. That is a win.
That's cool.
Right
So that's
there.
just a little float that's
I love it. I love it. There you go.
So
That is the way it's done. Shall we make a cup of coffee? Let's make a cup of coffee. Man, I tell you what, I have been thinking about doing this project for years. You guys know that I drink a lot of coffee. No two ways about it. At least 10, 15 cups a day. And I am constantly refilling this coffee maker.
Brand?
I go between Maxwell House and Folgers.
Okay, and you're just filling your own.
Yeah, I just filled my own. I couldn't afford to buy the coffee pods.
I usually end up paying about 25 cents a pop.
I leave the pump on all the time, Tom. That's most all the time. My pump is on.
So sweet.
You leave your pump on?
So sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Use my Dave cup. My son made me this cup years ago, about 20 years ago. And let's go ahead and make a cup of coffee.
That is a beautiful
thing. A little bit of water.
That is a beautiful thing.
Oh, yes.
That's ingenious.
That is a beautiful thing.
You know they do
right
that
there, folks.
Ice makers with fridges and everything.
Yeah.
Right? And then you just
That
plug in the little line, put it
is
line
awesome.
into your fridge.
Right.
So why don't they do that more often? They should have something. It doesn't have to be a commercial fridge.
Yeah,
it's always
most people don't mind filling it up.
To work.
That does get better.
Yeah.
I have a single one, so I don't.
I
have
literally can put my picture away. This
my
is the
cup up
picture
every
that
morning
I've been
and dump it
using
in. I'll
forever
give
to
one cup
fill
of
my
tea.
coffee maker.
Not quite as much.
I even put some water in here making this video. I'm gonna have to throw it in the dishwasher or dishwater or something, because I don't need to pour it in there anymore. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Water, is it reverse osmosis? You have that set up?
There you go. I'm telling you, I love that. I have not. I rarely. Now I don't know what to use the picture for, and it's never had a place in the cupboards. So I don't even know where to put the thing away to, because it has always been on the countertop where I could refill my coffee. So yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with some idea. But no, I don't have the reverse osmosis water filtration. It is I have a hose filter that you can get from Walmart. I have a canister filter in the water bay that it goes into. And then when it goes in for ice or for the drinking water, I have another filter either on the refrigerator and another one underneath the sink.
That's what I do.
So,
I have that. So I have that paper filter.
Yeah.
When you say canister, so
yeah,
when it's coming, because there's so many parks that we've been in that if you look at that white filter, pretty soon it starts turning red, or
yeah,
you start seeing sand, and it's like I don't want any of that in my tank.
Especially in quartzite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, especially in quartzite. So
okay, now what do you want to give me credit for?
Yeah, you know what, you kind of get credit for that. Now let me just real quick.
Okay.
The cost for doing that upgrade on the coffee maker, $10 on Amazon. I'll kick out the video. I'll put it on there. It's not going to work on all coffee makers, but if you have a large enough area that bulb can fit into.
Now, when you're driving, do you always have water in there?
I don't know. I haven't driven with it yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. So when you're filling so it's usually the thing empties out before, or it's really low when you're driving somewhere.
Well, and I actually fill it up because I don't have it seat belted down or anything. It's not secured on the countertop. And thankfully, knock on wood. Oh no, I don't have wood here. It's never fallen off.
Yeah, I put double stick Gorilla tape.
I've got the non-skid underneath the coffee maker, but I put water in it. I fill it up with water just to weigh it down.
Oh, okay.
So the combination of that water being in there, it's moved a little bit, but I've never lost my coffee maker off the counter. Now I say that I hope that I don't regret that.
No, we don't have any wood anyway.
No,
so.
I see Gary in the house here. I want to say hi real quick to Gary. Gary, you ready to come on? There's a thumbs up. See if we can get him on there. Gary, where are you, Gary? There he is. How you doing, Gary?
Hey guys. Good
Hi.
to see you. Couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Gary, did you see my most amazing project yet?
I like it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Gives you another reason not to wash it out every now and then too.
Right. Who is this? Tom? Keep it and get a couple of goldfish. There might be something to that. I'm not saying anything, but there might be something to that. Yeah. And what is Tom was thinking the same thing. Goldfish. There you go. Well, how are you doing, Gary?
If you have goldfish in there, you'll get a little bit of extra grounds in your coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Well, might even flavor it a little bit. Have goldfish flavored coffee. I was just about to thank Dave because, and actually, you and I went around and around on my water leak, and just to give an update to everybody on my water leak. I put it out there if anybody has any information on this particular problem. I had a vacuum. It's a part that has three names: vacuum breaker, one-way valve, air gap. And this little part did fail on mine, but when I replaced it and put a new one on, it was still leaking. So I was at wit's end. I talked to you, Gary, a couple times, and I thought, you know what, somebody's got to know something. So I thought, I'm just going to put it out there on the live and just see if anybody says anything, because YouTube is full of videos that say thoughtful suggestions, but not the correct way to repair it. Their answer was just to straight pipe it, put a straight elbow bend in and call it done.
Which I disagree with.
I disagree with it too. That's not the way this was.
I hate
designed.
people that jury rig their stuff because I'm dealing with it constantly.
Right.
When you buy a used rig, you're fixing everything everyone else jury rigs.
It's got a vacuum breaker for a reason, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, I David sent me at first. I didn't know this was correct. David said, well, Dave, that line is single line. It goes nowhere else. It doesn't, it goes from you. It's for your sprayer on your black tank. And it literally, that line comes from the city water hookup.
There's a separate
There's the sprayer hookup for your black tank.
Right.
It only goes to that and goes back to the tank. It doesn't get interconnected anywhere else. And I said, well, it's still leaking. I said, that was the thing that was confusing, is it's still leaking when I have the city water hooked up, when I have, you know, this thing is still leaking. Well, come to find out, here's what the actual problem was, and here was the problem that needed to be fixed, is the sprayer in the black tank was completely clogged. And it was holding pressure. And it was holding a lot of pressure. And that pressure
would blow back.
Yeah, and that the valve was doing its job, but it was trickling ever so slightly.
Yeah, it was leaking.
Yeah, because that 60 pounds of pressure had nowhere else to go. And I started thinking about what you said, thinking about coffee, and then I decided, rather than fix that, I'm going to go and put this in my coffee maker. And I got my coffee maker rigged. So thank you for helping me get my coffee maker problem taken care of.
Well, you got your valve fixed too.
There was something I wanted to say about coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but you can use coffee filters for toilet paper if you really have to. It changes the flavor of the coffee, but it works.
I don't think you're supposed to use it for both, Gary. I don't know, but
he's from Canada.
He's from Canada, so that this is true.
Maybe that's, we don't know. Maybe that's how it is.
But I did get the sprayer cleaned out.
Yeah. And did you clean it out or did you replace it?
I actually cleaned it out. It is a very simple PVC. There's nothing to it.
Okay.
And in fact, I was planning on filming.
Is it one that spins or just sprays?
It just sprays.
Just sprays. Okay.
Yeah, and I was thinking about filming it. I was done so fast with it, there was no time to film it. I literally took a couple of pictures. That was it. And I sent you the pictures.
Yeah, I said, send me the video because I need to do this on mine. And he sends me a picture.
Yeah.
Because I'm done.
And I said, it literally took not even 15 minutes. I think it was 10 minutes. And I had that cleaned out and I was like, that did not work. And I went over and hooked up a hose to my tank sprayer beautifully. Everything is functioning. The leak is gone. The sprayer's working. Everything is working. But I've got a possible upgrade. We're always thinking about upgrades. We're always thinking about different things. That I will film. And it's something that I haven't seen anybody else do. But there is, I think, a better way to do these tank sprayers. So I just throw it out there. But that's what it ended up being, Gary.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny. When we were looking for that part that night, when I looked, the searching I found, it came back as a sewer anti-siphon elbow or whatever, right? And I go, sewer. Oh, that can't be it, because you told me it was just a part behind the water heater, right?
Right.
So I thought, no, that can't be it. And sure enough, that's what it was, right?
Yep.
And
that's what
you didn't actually have to change that part, though.
I did. That part actually was bad. And so, but by that point, that was what was originally leaking. That's what I figured was the problem. And somebody asked, a picture Bill asked, a picture might be, I don't know that I can give you a picture, Bill, because it didn't really I didn't plan on having this conversation, but maybe when we talk about it, when I go ahead and do an upgrade on this system, I'll talk about that valve a little bit.
Yeah.
So sometimes, especially with a water leak, I get fixated on fixing the water leak and fixing what the problem is, and I'm really not thinking about grabbing a camera and going.
Yeah, so
you know.
it was kind of funny, you know. So I blew the engine on my car
Right.
from towing it with our diesel pusher in gear. Right?
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
yeah,
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
When was
so
that?
so that was this last summer. So
Wow.
I took off from Leavenworth, Washington, and we only got a mile or two down the road, and it came up with an over rev code. It actually blew the piston out the bottom of the engine, blew a big hole in the side of the engine and everything. And so anyway, you know, I did a video on it, and my son says, "Man, I can't believe that you actually videotaped that while you're going back to check on all that." And I go, "It's all Hollywood." I said, when that happened, I was not even thinking about videotaping, right? You're just thinking, I got to fix what's going on. I got to get out of the middle of the road. I got to get all this stuff, right?
Right.
I didn't even look for where the piston went. I don't even know what happened to the piston. It's just gone. But anyway, so when we got to the little town to check on mail, I pulled over and I got to where, so if you look at the camera, it's looking at me, and the rig is right here, so you can't see the surroundings. I'm in town now, but you don't know it. It's all Hollywood,
right.
But I reenacted what had happened.
I gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, so you know, you just have to just be creative sometimes.
I am not dumping water on my carpet so that I can reenact this. No, I must draw the line somewhere.
You have to draw. Okay. Yeah, no, there's some things that, I mean, that's the problem with fixing some things. I mean, when I replaced the seal on my old rig, it took me like 3 days to do it the first time.
Right.
It took me 3 hours to do the next time.
Right.
Because every time I turn around, it's like, oh, I forgot to turn the camera on, and then I have to put stuff back together and turn the camera on. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you forgetting to turn the mic on, right? It drives you nuts, you know, when you're doing all this stuff. So sometimes it's easy to just do it and then kind of show an after thing, you know, and you're starting to see a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't know what they're doing to start with, you know.
Well, and you know, a 15-minute job can turn into a 2-hour job when you moving the camera and trying to get it around, and you know, especially when you're dealing,
your mind's thinking here and your mind's thinking here, and then
you're trying to figure out what in the heck is going on. And
that's why when I did all my woodworking this last 3 weeks, my wife says, "You didn't videotape any of that?" I go, "No, I am not messing around trying to figure out what's going on with the camera and watching my fingers at the same time. You know, it's not happening."
Right.
So I just took some pictures of the project and said, "That's what you got."
Yeah.
So
sometimes
it just, you know, adding that in there is just too many things for my brain to be thinking about. You know, keeping straight.
I actually ended up buying a tripod that I just sit beside me while I'm doing projects, right? And then I can just zoom right in on my hands after if I want, you know.
Yeah, no,
that is the way.
Then you got to keep moving the tripod from here to there or whatever, and I don't know.
That much, really. Not that much. You got a good camera, you can back it up a bit, and then just zoom in on editing, right?
Right, and that's typically what I do. Now there are times like when I did the fiberglass work on the fender, that was just time consuming altogether.
Right.
So it was nothing to get a shot this way and get a shot this way. And, you know, and it didn't need to be for more than 10, 15 seconds. I can continue on and work. So, you know, that, you know, when it's a long process, it is actually much easier and it doesn't bother me nearly.
Yeah, but I've also had situations where by the time I'm done, I got 3 hours of video to sift through.
Oh yeah.
And try to make it 15 minutes or 20 minutes or something, you know. So there's that downside too. But I understand that whole thing. It's just, some things it's just like it would be really cool to show people how to do some things, and some things like you said when I said do a video on your brakes so I can do it, and you're going, I don't want to take that responsibility on.
There is that.
So
I know I've done some wiring projects where I don't show the actual real details, you know, just a vague diagram.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many ways to get hurt and so many things that can go wrong with doing a brake job. And if somebody is watching a video and thinking that they're going to make that happen, it's if you know, it is hard to convey those thoughts. This is why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm doing that. And these would be really complicated.
You don't want to start encouraging people to buy all the parts, go in the middle of nowhere, and do a brake job.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Now, are your brakes, are they drum or are they disc?
I have drum on both front and rear.
Okay, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've talked to some people that called me up and said, "Hey, you've got the same your coach, or same kind of coach, and and I need help on this or whatever." And I try to talk them through. I've even done video calls with a couple people, and some of those people shouldn't even have a tool.
Yeah,
in their hand.
yeah.
They just, I mean, I had one guy, a super nice guy, but I say, take this nut out and do this, and I go put that back on. He goes, well, I don't know what happened to it. Well, what do you mean you don't know what happened to it? We need that,
Well, you didn't say I was supposed to watch out for that.
Yeah, I guess he just took it out and threw it away and said, okay. But so I started off, and it's like, okay, I don't mind helping people if I'm physically there and can work with them to teach them how to do something. I can do something like that. But
right. Well, I've seen you work, so you would be somebody that I would have no trouble showing a video and saying this is how, and because you kind of know the process and
I think everybody's like me.
Yeah, and
or
it's,
like you.
and it's not.
I mean,
There's
you and I are a lot the same.
Right.
We do a lot of our own stuff.
Gary's like that too.
Yeah, Gary. So.
Yeah.
But it's surprising to me that not everybody's like. I have another friend that even when I'm working with him, he'll hand me the wrench is all he does now, because it's that's not what his thing is. His thing is other things. And that's like what makes the world go round, I guess. Is not everyone can do what.
Not everybody. Yeah, there is.
That's why I do get a little nervous when people are always asking me about solar. And it's like, well, how many watts should I have? And it's like, the watts don't even matter. It's how many amps do you need?
Yeah.
How many battery amps do you need? How much are you even using? Have you even thought about the basics yet? And they haven't thought about any of that stuff.
Right.
And it always makes me nervous to try to give them some, you call up people and they say, oh, just go buy this Renzi 200-watt system. You'll be all set. Well, no.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
Well, Carol and I were talking the other day, and I would rather be a reasonable jack of all trades than an expert in one.
Right.
Just have general knowledge of everything is way better.
Right.
Well, I used to tell my kids when when we were growing up and everything, my kids will always repeat this to you. Dad said, you can always do the job for 3 times, replacing it 3 times, learn how to do it, than paying someone 1 time to do it and not know anything when you're done.
That's partially true. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
depending on what you're working on.
But that's not true with everybody. For me, I can do that, and I'll eventually figure it out, and I'll make it work. Not everybody can do that.
And for your solar, the other example that in that example, what I generally say is, do you have a generator yet? Okay, so my recommendation is before you worry about solar and trying to run everything on solar, have yourself a generator, because your generator is going to be your backup, all right, and will always be your backup.
Well, I always tell people it's all based on the return on investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be staying in the RV parks most of the time, why do you put solar in? Just use your generator. It's a lot cheaper.
But and like
noisy,
a lot of people do. Gary does. I know a lot of people do that, and it's the convenience of being able to travel and have everything that you need while you travel.
Yeah. And we use our whole system for our system benefits the most when we're on the road going to another park. We can run our ACs for 3, 4, even 5 or 6 hours without having to turn the generator on, which is nice.
Right.
Because we have a pusher, right? So the diesel's in the back. We don't hear that. But if the Jenny's on, it's right underneath us, right?
Right.
Yeah, we don't like running it anyway, really.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're where we are here, we're plugged in, right? But we have our the Victron stuff. We have it only charge up to 12.5 volts, and we let the solar bring up the other part to 13.5 during the day, or 14 or whatever, right? And we're paying by the kilowatt here, right? So might as well use a little bit of solar, right? Saves a little money. So,
That's
Yeah.
what's really nice about
It's
the
worth
Victron.
it.
The other thing I like about the Victron is that, I mean, in this particular park, I got 50 amp, but the last park I was in, I had 30.
Okay.
So there's lots of times when the AC was running and I'm running the cooker and I'm doing coffee, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm doing way more than 30 amps. But I look at my Victron and it says I'm assisting
Right.
because I set it to
Yeah.
only pull 30.
Right.
And so
Right.
that's another advantage for having solar, but you just have to think about that.
Right.
So
and
do you want that? Or
when
do
you,
need
yeah,
it?
you ask yourself all these questions, and then do you want to start out with a $10,000 system, or is it more prudent and better on the wallet to start out with a 200-watt system that you can upgrade?
It depends.
Well, I always tell people if there's anything you're buying, the one thing I would buy, is a 3,000-watt inverter. I would never buy a smaller inverter.
Yeah,
Because you can always use smaller stuff, and that's the maximum it will do.
Right.
But if I buy a little one, then I got to replace it and replace it and replace it.
Right.
If I buy just 3,000, then I'm good.
Right.
But when it comes to solar chargers, buy small ones because you can put 10 of them on.
Yeah,
there,
you can put 10
it
charge
doesn't matter,
controllers on.
So
and
why
that's
buy
exactly
one
it.
big one or something like that? And then
That's like
so
buying a
there are
small
different
pickup
ways to
truck
do
to pull a trailer, right? You buy
Yeah.
a small pickup truck to pull a trailer, and then you want a bigger trailer. Then you need a bigger pickup. Then you want another trailer. You need another pickup. You know?
Yeah, and
Same
you don't come
idea.
out on your head that way.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
We tried very hard to buy our last coach first, and we did it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there is, even if you don't boondock a lot, I think that how and what the convenience of not being having to run your generator when you stop.
Well, I've
someplace
got a
or
friend that
do-
says, I got a generator. It's diesel pusher, diesel generator. It sips the diesel, and so it's not even cost effective to put solar in. And I go, yeah, but the generator's noisy. He goes, I don't hear it. And it's like, okay, fine, don't matter. I hear the generator, so I'm like Gary. I don't want to hear that generator running because it's right there,
Right.
and I'd
Right.
much rather just be using my solar. It's free,
Well,
free
and
power.
If I'm sitting outside, I'd rather hear the birds and the water, you know?
yeah.
hear
Yeah,
the generator.
yeah.
And I will tell you I was that person that said I don't mind running my generator 2-3 hours a day when I'm boondocking. Well, when you boondock as much as I do, which is over 200 days a year,
Right.
that adds up. And
So now you got hearing loss. Huh?
well, no, but I do have a generator that is now running around 8,000 hours on it.
8,000.
8,000 hours
Wow.
on it.
Mine's got
And-
800.
That's what it goes along with this Keurig machine.
Right. And that generator is not a $300, $400, $500 generator.
They're expensive.
That is a $10,000 generator.
Right.
It's a Cummins,
Yeah.
though, right?
It's it's the Onan.
So,
Yeah.
it'll just run forever.
Mine's a Kabuto.
10,000 hours is what they say.
Oh, really? And you're at what now?
Oil and
I'm at
filters.
8,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were looking at, before that, we've been looking at boats, right? And I was reading the nameplate out of 1976 Caterpillar engine, and the full instructions for how to have this engine, your instruction manual, right on a plate. It says every 10 hours, check the oil. Every 150 hours, what did it say? I forget. Oh my God. And then every 500 hours, flush it out, oil and filters, right?
Right.
That's
right.
it. There's 3 instructions for the engine, right?
Right.
I got to look up that picture. I forget what it said at 150 hours now, but
And still, I do it once a year, and I was, you get over 500 hours. I've never replaced my oil filters and all that at 500 hours. It's always been somewhere between 800 and 1,200 hours.
Wow.
And I had to get off the generator.
Well, it's just nice having that peace and quiet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
oh yeah.
Guys,
Yeah,
we are
the only time we run our generator now is to get it to run once every month or two for a couple hours.
okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. And when I'm out boondocking, maybe an hour or two a week,
Yeah.
generally. So
I think we'll be running it more when next summer we're going to go from here to BC, and we're going to try and boondock. We're going to try and spread that out for a couple-month trip, right? So we'll probably be using it more then.
Yeah, you're going to do a little bit of boondocking, and that's the other side of having the solar is it allows you to be able to say, yeah, you know what, we're going to do this a little bit. That's not normally what we do, but we have the ability to do
Well,
it.
and we usually cover most of the time. I mean, if you have rainy days, then you always have the generator to help out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, guys, Gary, was there anything you wanted to say before we wrapped it up? Because we're already at an hour 5 here.
No, I'm good, man. I just wanted to drop by and say hi.
I'm glad that you did. We missed Don. Hopefully Don is okay. Normally Don joins us on here too. So hope he is doing okay.
I haven't even looked at the chat the whole night.
Yeah, I haven't seen Don tonight. So that's hopefully everything is okay. I know he is awfully busy. So Dave, thanks for coming, and good to see you again. It's been a minute. So
we've been on a few times. I see you all the time.
There you go.
I see you, not necessarily on the lives, but half the time I have to watch you after the fact. I miss everyone's having their lives at the same time.
I know.
It's hard to see everyone.
Don't believe that. Do not believe that.
But I do watch after the fact. So if I miss the live, I do watch it, and I usually comment. I usually try to comment on everybody when I watch their stuff. So it's good to keep track of everybody. So.
Well, Tigner Adventures, Gary RV Living Life on YouTube. Check them out. And if you're not signed up with them, why not?
Cheers, guys.
All right. Oh, cheers. Yeah, I finished all mine, but cheers.
Oh, you know where there's more.
I know where there's more. I'm going to give Bill the last word of the night here and just say good night to everybody. And that's what he said. Good night, all. Safe travels. Live life full time. We'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. And let's see if I can actually sign this thing off. There we go.